Right, Final Fantasy numbered series tier list randomly here in this stream. This should be easy enough. I haven't played most of them. And we're starting off with Final Fantasy VIII. That's an easy S for me, though I recognise it should be lower for its problems, but I've just got so much nostalgia for that one. That was the second one I ever played. Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I guess I can retell the Final Fantasy VII story when we get to Final Fantasy VII, but I finished 7, I think, and then found out my neighbour had Final Fantasy VIII, so I borrowed it, and the love was cemented. Originally I thought Final Fantasy VII was just a game like on its own, it was just a game randomly called Final Fantasy VII, but then I found out there were more in the series. But like, the enemy scaling with you in Final Fantasy VII is kinda naff, I guess, but at least it guarantees that you're not going to over-level and trivialise the game. But I don't know, there's just something about 8. Did I say 7 a second ago? That is special to me. We didn't get a numbered entry. Oh yeah. Wait, no, didn't we have 4, 5 and 6, but they were named 1, 2 and 3? Or something. And 7 was the first one they named properly. Had a part 2, because the first one was hated. No, I don't remember any that were like that. Spider-Man brain exists that shoots web from his butt, lives in sewers and eats people. A real spider, just human size. Oh. Well, that's probably better than Spider-Man anyway. Spiders aren't sexy, but if it's a giant spider... No, still not. At least it could shoot butt juice onto you. That might be fun for a moment. What is this one? I'm not doing good with Roman numerals today. 11. I played that briefly, but only solo. Most of my time was spent grinding in the first area outside Run 4. And then I finally got a high enough level to go to the next map, and it was just going to be the same all over again, grinding until I could go to the next map. Because I didn't have friends. So that's going in the bottom. It was like one of my first MMOs though. The only MMO I've ever paid a subscription for as well. And then failed to undo the subscription afterwards, so they kept taking money from me even though I wasn't playing it. And then I got Square Enix blocked by my PayPal because I called them up to report that money was being taken from my account, so they stopped the payments being taken. Because I didn't have my information anyway, so I didn't know how to go on and cancel the subscription. Sorry Square Enix, I'm not actually. Make a good game instead. Very much what you did. Well, we just need to play it together then. Then we can grind for half the time, and go to the next area and grind some more. I'm sure there's probably a good game in it. But... oh, I did like the trading thing. I had like a market. I got quite a lot of money trading things on the market. It would be a low A. Or at least it's in A. That's acceptable. I thought you would put it lower. Enjoy the multiverse stuff. An oddball. I guess it can be interesting, like different angles on different universes or whatever. Like different variants of the world that you know already. But I haven't really looked into it or tried it much. Final Fantasy 15 I haven't tried yet, so... we need a new thingy. How do you add a... wait, how do you add one? Oh. Add row below. I ain't tried 15. Why is it over there? Because I pressed enter. 5. I tried very briefly, but I was like in my mid-teens, and I don't know, I never got far in it because I didn't try it properly. I'll get around to it someday. None of them would be below C. What would be in C for you? 16. if I had to guess. 15 would be high B. I look forward to trying it finally. Eventually. Going in S tier, wait, what is? Oh, 13. Zach's favourite Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Ouch, my fanny! 4 After Years. I only played a bit of, I think, Terra's campaign of that. Not Terra, that's Final Fantasy 6. Wait, was it? No. Oh, who am I thinking of? Rydia. Yeah, Rydia, not Terra. But I, didn't get far in it. But I have that on Steam, so I need to get to that someday. Yeah. I think Rydia is kind of Terra-ish, maybe. She's got the green hair, isn't she? 4. I can only really rate the 3D remake. That was pretty good. I did enjoy that. Trying to go for 100% was a bit dodgy, because I think there was some low drop rate grinding I had to do or something, so I stopped bothering, but that was a good game. Good story, I think. Good characters. 13 was loved in Japan. I guess it was less loved over here maybe generally, because it was like very linear compared to other ones where you go out on the world map and stuff. Especially following 12, like 12 is almost open worldy. I guess it was open world, technically. And then 13 is like mostly a straight line because it wants to tell a story, and then it opens up for Pulse, or whatever it was called, Grand Pulse, and then goes back to the straight line. 13 is a game... Where is 13? Let's get that out of the way. Let's not, let's do it now actually, because we're talking about it. 13 was a game I was not a big fan of for the first good bit of it, but then I kind of warmed up to it as it went on, and now I kind of look back on more fondly. I think it's a good game. I like the combat system, sort of. I don't like how the main character dies and you get a game over, even though you've got Phoenix Downs that your teammates could use. That's kind of annoying. But I guess they did it for, I don't know, a game mechanic, whatever. It's a gamey thing rather than a sense thing, because when do Phoenix Downs ever make sense anyway? Main character dies in a cutscene, oh no, wait, I've got like 50 Phoenix Downs in my inventory and a life spell. Like, sorry, you died in the plot, there's no saving you. Plot dictates you're dead. All of them are linear, kind of. Just with more side stuff to do along the way. You can go off and do a little side explore of an area, or some more mini games off somewhere. Whereas 13 is basically just a straight line with a couple of short branching paths with a chest at the end. But 13 I guess I'll probably put in B, personally. Because it's still not my Final Fantasy, but I like that they at least kind of went back to almost more old school battle stuff, rather than what 12 did, which was weird, but still okay in its own way. Every Final Fantasy. I guess maybe. Restriction till you get the airship. Yeah, I guess so. But like, even when you're out on the world map and you've got your next destination to head to, you can wander around and find like Quinna's Marsh and the Chocobo Forest and all that stuff, and do some side questy things. You don't really get stuff like that in 13 if I remember right. But then I guess the others just feel bigger because there's the world map, which they kind of did away with in 10. Terrible writing and design choices. The hot takes continue. I wasn't a fan of a lot of it, but it's all subjective anyway. Now 13 too. I don't know where I would put that. I like 13.1 more than 2. And 2 was also really weird and had quick time events and bosses, and that's gross. And I kinda hate Noel for some reason. Like, he's just a random dude that comes out of nowhere. Then again, I guess most main characters do. I guess it makes sense in the plot though, but whatever, I don't like him for some reason. He's got a nice, like, classic JRPG design though. He looks like a JRPG character. But he's just weird. But had the creature capturing, which is kinda cool I guess, but I never really got into it much, and the time travel stuff is really cool, but I think it got a bit tedious for me. Yeah, I think I'd put that in C. It was still okay, but something about that game really just gave me weird feelings. Don't really know how to describe it. Etruscan Roman mythology. I don't know what Etruscan is. Hi Harley! You've arrived at the end of the stream where we're just wrapping up with a random Final Fantasy tier list. We did a lot today. That's right, you can sneak in my back door any day. My tail is always raised for you. Oh wait, you were talking about... never mind. You still can't though. But I hope you are well today. Where's Mystic Quest 2? Why isn't that on here? Because that's not main series. I should stream Mystic Quest someday, I don't think I've ever finished it. Do you need to play one? Nah, they're all different stories. Unless it's like 10-2 or something, then you probably need to play 10 first. And the 13 series, I guess, play in order, but yeah. If it's a different numbered series, as in a different numbered one in the series, then you can do whatever. Fuck it. Whoa. Fuck the back door. Oh no, fuck it, because you've arrived at the end. Well, I'm glad you caught some of it at least. I don't know if you've played any Final Fantasies, so I don't know if you'll be able to relate to any of these. But good to see. I hope your day went well at least, wherever you've been. Both are S. I can't believe this. It's certainly a unique game. 13-2. Preferably not one with A2. Yeah. 14 is the most vanilla. I guess it is like classic Final Fantasy-ness. Ignore 1 and 2. Probably ignore 2, but 1 is good. I haven't played enough of 2 to know for sure. I haven't played Lightning Returns yet, by the way. 14 I haven't tried. I keep meaning to try the free trial at some point, or whatever, because there's a lot of content there, but MMOs, who's got time for that? 9. Hell yeah, my favourite one, I think. I kind of flip-flop with 8 and 9 being my favourite, but 9 is special. Sort of goes back to the Final Fantasy roots with a lot of references to older games. It's got Freya Crescent, one of my first furry crushes. And yeah, it's just good. Great world, great soundtrack, the overall vibe and stuff. The final boss comes out of nowhere, but that's fine. I love me some 9. And Zach hasn't played 9 yet, have you, still? How is this possible? You love Final Fantasy and JRPGs, but you haven't played Final Fantasy IX, the best one. 13 and 1. I guess they'd be in F tier, which isn't on this. 1 and 3 are the only C's. Wait, what would you put 16 at then? Oh, that is on here. I guess this has been updated. I haven't played it. You might have already said earlier, because I questioned it. Low B? I thought you hated the combat in it and stuff. I guess you just, like, don't consider it a Final Fantasy, but it's still, like, a good game. Final Fantasy 1. I like Final Fantasy 1. It is very basic, obviously, but I enjoy it. Just a good classic JRPG. Probably not super high, but although the only one I've played to completion, actually I've played the PS1 version and the PSP version. I don't know if I'd like the old original NES version much, but my experience of it probably a B. Nothing special, obviously, nothing that stands out, but I like it. 7. I mean, where else can you put that other than E, overrated trash? No, I love 7 as well. 7 was my first one. I tried it on the PS1, we had it, and I got to the Scorpion boss, and because of the bad translation, where Barret says, "Attack while its tail is up," I attacked while its tail was up and just died over and over. And was like, I don't get it. I don't get why people love this game. What a load of shit. When I came back and tried it one day, got past that boss, and oh, the world of JRPGs was open to me. What a glorious experience. I wish I could re-experience that for the first time again. Played through the NES versions a few times. GBA twice. I don't know if I played the GBA one. I don't think I had that. I don't want to think of Final Fantasy music with the GBA sound font, or whatever thing, sound chip. Except Tactics Advance, that was good music. Love 12. Ugh. Pointless the main character is here. Varn's just there, along for the ride. Doesn't react to anything, just stands there like a dork. In his own world. She's Beta Lightning. She's the early version with all the kinks. I wonder. She's probably into feet, probably, judging from the way she looks. And that she's like a princess and stuff or whatever. Princesses probably like feet. The PSP without Chronodia. Was that like the dungeon at the end, the post-game dungeon thing that's randomly generated or whatever? Because I 100%ed the Final Fantasy 1 PSP thing, but like I got all of the bestiary except all the final forms of that like bonus boss thing. So you have to go through the dungeon multiple times to encounter different versions of his final form or something like that. Annoying. I did everything else except that. All that time I spent wasted. Underdeveloped. She's got small ones. 6. I played most of it, but it's been so long that I don't remember. I do remember it being good though. I don't really know where I'd put it. I'd have to play it again, but I mean what I remember, very good. It would probably be one of these two. I'll put it here for now though. As soon as I get around to replaying that, we'll see where it ends up. I could see it going up to S though. Just been a very long time, like over 20 years I think, since I've even touched it. Low S. It's like a lot of people's favourite, so I expect it to be very good when I get around to it on stream at some point. Looking forward to that. 10 too. Let's do 10 first. I like 10 quite a lot. It's pretty good. It got rid of the world map. It started changing the formula a bit for my liking, and the voice acting is weird. The thing I remember the most with the voice acting is Yuna, when she has like these weird, I don't know, I think it's mostly her anyway. There's just something off about the voice acting and stuff. There's this one bit where she says yes, but it's like, she says it like, yes! And does this weird slow nod. I don't know. It's just an awkward game in some ways, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the game itself. It's a very small example of the voice acting, just the word yes. And she says it really fast for some reason. But, I don't know. I'm gonna stream that one day as well. We'll get to experience it firsthand. But yeah, good game. And of course the infamous ah ha ha ha, which I unironically enjoy. Just because it's funny though. So I guess it is ironic actually. Has Bad Man sacrificed himself yet? What? Bad Man? Chapter 12. Oh. Isn't that near the end? I don't think there were that many chapters after that. 10-2 would be lower. I still remember enjoying it, and I love the return of the job system. The costumes. That's great, and I remember enjoying, there was a mini game that involved like coins or something. I remember enjoying that. I'll probably stream that as well, or try to, the HD version. But god, it's so cringe. I think I was watching Lobos Jr. when he was playing through it, and I just couldn't. It's like second-hand embarrassment, that game. So I can't wait to stream it. It's gonna be painful. But yeah, that would be down here somewhere. It makes me uncomfortable. It might even be in C, I don't know. We'll find out. Girl power game. Jihi Nabat. I don't remember who that is. Sounds like a Star Wars name. Need to get back to 10-2. Liking it more than 10. I'm not surprised. With all the girls. I did have a crush on Pain though, back then. Because she was like cool and stuff. And my JRPG friend at the time, Ewan from Final Fantasy? Yes, Ewan from Final Fantasy VII, from Virus Blake 2. We thought Pain was a lesbian. I guess because of the way she dressed. It was a different time back then, and we were young. I don't know, she might be. But that edgy goth girl look I guess she had. Hi, Calfee. Godly game, which it is. Pink! So manly. That's alright. Pink can be anyone's colour. Hope you are well today. Just ending up the stream here with a random Final Fantasy series tier list. The way she acts, yeah, I guess that too. I guess that was a common thing though. Probably thought Pain was a lesbian or at least bisexual or something. I do look forward to replaying that though. Not just for the cringe and awkwardness, but the costume changing. I really enjoyed that. There's 3. I don't really remember much about it, probably because it's quite basic, but I played the 3D remake thingy. Wouldn't be as high as 4, but I enjoyed it. Again, I had the job system thing. I didn't really make good use of it though, because it was like, once you've been using a job for a while, you've got it leveled up and you don't really want to switch it because it starts at level 1. So it's kind of annoying. I guess it would be grindy if you want to level them up. I think you even like unlock new jobs at some point when you've been using them long enough, but there's just no point switching to them because you have to level them up again. I don't know, maybe I was just missing something with that. Maybe it wasn't so bad having to level them up again, but I remember enjoying the game, at least. Just nothing special. What this? Nabat. Oh right, her. Yeah, I don't remember much about her, but I'll probably stream 13 someday as well, replay it. We can find out. 12 Revenant Wings, haven't really played. I played like one mission or something. Weird game. still got the P music in the background. It's pretty good. 12. 12 is fine. But when I first played 12, I think there was a demo of it or something.
Yum!
Yum! And like, as soon as I got to the combat of that game, it was like, what have they done? What is this shit? I can't play this. This isn't my Final Fantasy. Trash. But I kept at it, or got the game eventually. And it was fine. Just different. But I still didn't enjoy it all, like, as much. It's a weird one. I don't really know where to put it, because it's a fine game and everything. I think it's one that I put lower down in my mind because it's so different from what I knew about Final Fantasy. What I loved about Final Fantasy, like all these ones, you know, turn-based combat, open world sort of thing, well, world map and all that. I mean, this was open world, but it was like different. I don't know. It's just such a departure from Final Fantasy. And it's like a single player MMO, the way the combat works and stuff, and the enemies are wandering the maps. I'd probably enjoy it more if I replayed it these days, but I don't know. Probably a C in my memory. I mean B, rather. But yeah, it's good. Good game. Final fart. Hi, Powerwolf. There will never be a final one. They are constantly coming. Pretty restricted. A lot of areas were blocked off. Oh yeah. That was weird. Like you get a sort of open worldy map or a few connected together. Yeah, it's just a weird game. Felt like a single player MMO or something. I kinda like the Gambit system where you can give those commands to your characters, like if your HP is below 20%, cast healing magic or whatever, and all that stuff. That's kinda cool. Like you basically program your characters to do things in certain situations when certain conditions are met. Weird. It like felt like they were experimenting with the formula, and that's about when Final Fantasy stopped being Final Fantasy. Although, well, that was more like with 11. So, turn-based. Can't move around. Oh yeah. I don't know. I guess it's technically, I don't know, both. Not really turn-based because the combat doesn't pause between turns or anything. But yeah, it's just a weird one, like hybrid, I guess. 2 I haven't played much. I got out to the world map, wandered around and grinded for a bit and died to some soldiers, and that was about all I did. I need to give that a proper go someday, but I don't look forward to it. Like the way the stat level ups work. How you gain stats depending on what stats you use or something. Like the more you get hit, the more your defense goes up or something like that. Weird. The only one with a decent story. Great, a decent story hidden behind crap gameplay. I like the idea of the keyword thing though, where you learn words and use them to talk to other characters. Turn-based, Jeff. The AT bar, active time bar. Kind of, well yeah. But like, real-time turn-based, I don't know, it's a weird one. Prototype Saga. Wait, what is 2? I've only played one Saga game, that was Unlimited Saga, and that was also really weird. It had like a dungeon crawling, like you didn't move around like a normal RPG, you were like pieces on a board game or something, and then the combat was weird as well, like it had almost a roulette thing going on. Not roulette, fruit machine thing. Very strange game, I never got far in that. 14 something, 14 DLCs. I don't know any of them. But there's a lot of them, aren't there? Oh, that's it. Where there's 6 Final Fantasy XIV expansions. Is that the eternal game? I haven't played many Final Fantasies apparently. Yeah, that's a lot actually. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yum. And played more of the spin-offs as well. Like Crystal Chronicles. That would probably be like B. That was a fun game. Tactics Advance I almost finished and stopped like a few missions from the end for some reason. That would probably also be B. Not big into those kind of tactics games, but I enjoyed it back then. What else? I don't know. Crisis Core? That'd probably be B as well. Weird game. Only villain who conquers the planet. Heaven and hell. Heck in hell. Heck in heck. A lot of Kefka-esque things. Oh, Kefka was just... We have Emperor at home. Kefka was a wannabe. Matthias. Oh yeah. There's more I've played as well, but they're not coming to mind right now. Well, I guess that's it.